How often do you watch the news?
If we count ESPN as news, about every day.
Okay, how often do you watch the news that's not ESPN?
Rarely, if at all.
Alright, what's your main source besides ESPN?
I actually go to the BBC website.
How do you feel about American healthcare reform?
I think it's necessary, yeah.
What is necessary?
A reform of some sort. I don't know the best way to go about it.
So what kind of reform are we looking for here? What do we need to reform exactly?
Socialized medicine is cool and it works in some smaller countries because they basically have facilities and the ability to travel between them, whereas the United States is so large physically. I don't think we do socialized medicine per se, but it's gotta be something where the government kind of helps, I don't say take over, but be involved with.
Do you know what stage healthcare reform is at right now?
Not a clue.
Okay. How do you feel about the U.S. decision to enter the Libya conflict?
I have mixed emotions.
Why?
Because I hate the U.S. when we start playing World Police, and it's like Team America, like the movie, but seriously. But by the same token, I think something needed to happen, and considering that the U.S. has a big history of military presence in the Middle East, and just overall, I think it's kind of no contest, U.S. military kind of kicks everyone else's butt, so why not go in there and at least try and help?
Yeah. All right.
Also, Obama said we're going to pull out the next couple days or so. It's not going to be a big month-long thing. Iraq, Afghanistan, coffee. Some news I do catch occasionally on the way out the door if I'm flipping through channels and stuff. I do get some stuff actually on the top of your email, the Google Reader. So has that stuff up there sometimes. I have been reading some news. It's not like I'm completely.
Have you ever read a newspaper for more than 2 minutes?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Here's the thing, if I can get into it,
it's not the sports section?
No, legitimately, yeah. Actually, it was USA Today. It was on Crowd Tour, as a matter of fact. We got USA Today.
How often do you watch the news?
Probably once or twice every 2 weeks.
What is your main source of news?
I watch CNN or I look online.
Okay, so you read online. What kind of websites do you go to online?
MSN, or I'll actually go to the CNN website.
Okay. Do you ever read print news at all?
Yes.
Yeah? What source?
This.
Do you know anything about what's going on with healthcare in the United States right now?
Are they trying to pass the Obama bill? Is it going to pass? You're not going to answer my question.
Do you support the U.S. decision to enter the Libyan conflict that's going on right now?
Yes, I do.
You do support it. Okay, and for what reason?
I support democracy, and I think they really need help down there, and they don't have enough. So,
do you think you should watch more? Do you think you watch just enough?
I think I should watch more, but sometimes I don't have enough time to, which I know I should make time because I actually took a class where we had to report the latest news every morning. So,
okay.
I know I should. But.
So how often do you watch the news?
Maybe every 3 days.
Every 3 or 4 days? Okay. And what is your main source?
CNN.
CNN?
Mm-hmm.
On the TV or?
On TV.
On TV. Do you ever look at news in any other form?
Sometimes I watch clips on the internet. Yeah.
Do you know what stage we're in right now? Healthcare reform process? No. Okay. Do you support the U.S.'s decision to enter the Libyan conflict?
No.
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 And why don't you support it?
I think we should mind our own business for once.
Are you concerned at all about potential nuclear fallout in Japan?
Not really.
Not really? Any reason?
No.
No?
We're in the middle, so whatever happens, we have a way of escape. So whatever.
Do you ever watch comedy news shows like The Daily Show? Or
Yeah, sometimes my mom watches that, and I watch it.
how often do you watch them?
Once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you ever pull any of your news from those shows? Have you ever turned it on and that's the first time you've heard of it on The Daily Show?
Sometimes, yeah.
You ever read the newspaper?
Occasionally. Usually if I read it, it's the Sunday paper.
When was the last time you read the newspaper?
When I was home. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that.
What newspaper?
Herald and Review.
And how often do you watch the news?
Here at school, never. I watch it at home probably over the summer, every morning. That's just because it's on.
Okay. And so only on TV? Do you look at it in any other forms?
I'd say just on TV.
Feel about healthcare reforms?
I come from a family of doctors. Both my parents are in healthcare, so I know a lot about it. And I'm going into the health field, so that's actually like one thing that I pay attention to.
How do you feel about it?
Not looking out for anyone who wants to go into the healthcare area. So
Do you know what stage we're in right now with the reform?
not necessarily.
Do you support the U.S.'s decision to enter the Libyan conflict?
I honestly have no idea what that is.
Are you concerned about the potential nuclear fallout in Japan?
Yeah.
You are?
Not that it's like truly affect us over here, but the fact that there's so much that the U.S. has to do to help them over there that it's not affect the people who are over there.
Do you ever watch like The Daily Show or The Colbert Report?
No.
Do you consider yourself a well-informed person?
On most days and on most topics. I don't feel like on a college campus nobody really watches the news on a daily basis, so.
Your main source of news?
Speak up. I guess the internet. I look up news on the internet more than I watch it, so that's my main source.
What websites do you go to?
Usually CNN.com.
Any other ones? Just
No, that's pretty much it.
why CNN?
Just because it's I don't know. It seems pretty reliable. That's the side I always use.
Do you ever watch any shows like The Daily Show or Jon Stewart?
Yeah,
Jon Stewart.
I watch those. Jon Stewart and Colbert Report. I watch those every day.
Do you ever get any of your news information from them?
I probably would learn more from them than I do the news.
Do you support the United States decision to enter the Libya conflict? And if you don't know, just be completely honest. Like if you have no idea about it going on.
I know a little about the issue, but I don't know enough to be like, voicing my own opinion on it.
For sure.
I kind of know what's going on. But
What about healthcare reform?
no.
Are you worried about any potential nuclear fallout from Japan?
Not really.
Why?
I don't. They're saying that. I think I understand what you're saying, but I know that there's like people in California that are worried about it, and I've heard that they've had to older people have to take iodine pills. I just don't believe any of that. I don't think it's ever going to reach here. If that's what you're asking.
For sure. What would make you check out the news more?
If I had more time, I would probably, if I could, organize my time a little better, maybe I'd have time to watch the news every day. I just don't bother.